Yao Guai, the name comes from the Chinese, which translates to monster or demon. This was the name given to these savage, mutated bears by the descendants of the Chinese prisoners living in the internment camps during the Great War. Like any enemy in Fallout, there are multiple variants of Yao Guai. The weakest of these is the stunted Yao Guai. They are not as imposing as their other brethren, but because they travel in packs, they can be quite a challenge, and this is where the stunted Yao Guai makes up for its lack of strength with numbers. The deadliest Yao Guai is the Dusky. It has a darker coloration compared to the typical Yao Guai. It also has more prominent scars on its body. Sporting a large pool of health and powerful attacks, the Dusky Yao Guai can spell doom for anyone or anything with the misfortune of encountering it, and those unprepared for such an encounter can meet a swift end in just a few strikes. Also, the Dusky levels with the player, so the animal friend perk isn't going to save your ass from being Yao Guai food. The other Yao Guai variants range from the irradiated to the albino to the glowing Yao Guai, just to name a few. The Yao Guais as a species are very much loners. They prefer to travel alone, eat alone and hunt alone. Only the smaller variants of Yao Guais, such as the stunted and young Yao Guais, travel in packs together. However, unlike the Deathclaws who fight one another for supremacy, all Yao Guai share a friendly bond towards one another, no matter how weak or strong, and they are on occasion known also to be friendly towards bloatflies. Unfortunately for everyone and everything else, this is not the case, as the Yao Guai is extremely dangerous and territorial and will attack anything on sight, including Deathclaws. The Yao Guai is a mutated bear of debatable origins of species in the Commonwealth, possibly mutated black bears native to the region. The physical build of the Commonwealth Yao Guai doesn't seem to drastically deviate from the unmutated version. Unlike the Capital Wasteland Yao Guai, who are by nature more nocturnal, the Commonwealth Yao Guai appear as often during the day as night. One of the main reasons the Commonwealth Yao Guai is more dangerous than the Capital Wasteland variant is the fact the Commonwealth Yao Guai can stagger their opponents with each melee attack. This can prove fatal to anything fighting the Yao Guai, as they are left defenseless to an unrelenting assault by the Yao Guai. For me, the Yao Guai is the most dangerous base enemy the game has to offer. Yes, that's right, I went there, fuck you Deathclaw fanboys. The sheer damage alone that the Yao Guai takes before going down is one of the main reasons I hate fighting them, and I say this. Backed up also by how fast they attack and how much damage they do only proves my point further. Now I'm not gonna lie, at this point, I actually hate fighting the Yao Guais, so much so that I try and outright avoid them if I can, because they're just a fucking pain in the ass, and this is especially true in Fallout 3. In fact, I went that out of my way in Fallout 3 to avoid conflict with them that I actually got myself the animal friend perk, just so they were friendly towards me. Now, all the statistics would say I'm wrong, and that the Deathclaw is the toughest enemy in the game, excluding a super mutant behemoth or a Mirelurk queen. However, I always feel like I get a greater challenge from a Yao Guai than I do any other enemy in the game. Its speed, its attack damage and resilience make them an outright pain in the ass to fight, and it's the only enemy in any game where I have actually changed my strategy to outright avoid them if I can fighting them. And that alone is probably one of the biggest compliments I can pay the Yao Guai, and in my opinion, it is the toughest base enemy in Fallout, so just remember one thing, don't feed the Yao Guai. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comments down below, don't forget to like and subscribe.